Imagine a route that weaves through mountains, deserts, and bustling bazaars. This is the Silk Road, a tapestry of dreams and trade. As you settle in, allow your mind to drift along this ancient pathway, where stories await. The Silk Road wasn't just a single road. It was a network of trade routes connecting east and west. Spanning thousands of miles, it enabled the exchange of silk, spices, and ideas, creating a rich tapestry of cultures. Starting from China, this path began in the Han Dynasty around 206 BCE. It was here that silk was discovered, a precious fabric that would capture the imagination of the world. As caravans traveled along the Silk Road, they encountered diverse cultures. Nomadic tribes, wealthy merchants, and wandering monks all left their mark, enriching the journey with their stories and traditions. One of the most famous items traded was silk, a luxurious fabric sought after by emperors and queens. It symbolized status and wealth, making its way into royal courts across the world. But the Silk Road was not just about goods. It was also a conduit for ideas. Buddhism spread from India to China, transforming cultures along the way and fostering a shared spirituality. As you drift along this ancient route, picture the sights and sounds of bustling markets, the aroma of spices, the chatter of merchants, and the vibrant colors of textiles created a sensory feast. Among the many travelers was a famous explorer named Marco Polo. His journey along the Silk Road opened the West's eyes to the wonders of the East, sharing tales of riches and adventure. The Silk Road thrived for centuries, facilitating not only trade but also diplomatic relations. Cities like Samarkand and Bukhara became cultural melting pots, where traditions blended harmoniously. As trade flourished, so did innovation. Techniques in art, science, and agriculture spread along these routes, helping civilizations to evolve and thrive. But the Silk Road also faced challenges. Bandits roamed the trails, and political unrest sometimes disrupted trade. Yet, the desire for connection prevailed. Despite these obstacles, the Silk Road endured. It evolved into a network that included maritime routes, expanding trade even further across oceans and lands. Throughout history, the Silk Road facilitated not just the exchange of goods, but of philosophies. The teachings of Confucius and Laozi traveled alongside traders, enriching minds everywhere. As you imagine the rich tapestry of this route, picture the delicate silk being transported, wrapped carefully to protect its beauty from the world. Imagine the sound of hooves on the dusty paths, the whisper of the wind carrying tales of distant lands. Each caravan journeyed with hope and stories waiting to be told. Many travelers formed friendships and alliances along the way, proving that even in distant lands, connections could flourish. These bonds were as valuable as the goods they exchanged. As the centuries advanced, new empires rose and fell, each leaving an imprint on the Silk Road. The Mongol Empire, for instance, invigorated trade while ensuring safe passage for merchants. The golden age of the Silk Road reached its peak during the 13th century, as merchants from different corners of the world gathered to share their wares and stories. Yet, with growth came challenges. The Black Death, a devastating plague, spread along these trade routes, reminding us of the fragility of life and commerce. Despite the trials faced, the spirit of the Silk Road lived on. It continued to inspire generations, reminding us of the importance of connection across cultures and continents. The routes of the Silk Road are now overgrown and forgotten in some places. Yet the stories remain alive in our hearts and minds. They continue to inspire dreams of adventure and discovery. As you reflect on this journey, consider the lessons learned from the traders of old. They navigated challenges and embraced cultural diversity with open hearts. Throughout the ages, the Silk Road has been a highway of dreams. It reminds us that the quest for connection and understanding never truly ends. Even today, we can find traces of the Silk Road in our modern world. The spirit of trade and cultural sharing continues to bridge distances between us. As you settle down to sleep, allow the stories of the Silk Road to guide your dreams. Picture the vibrant colors, the rich aromas, and the gentle sounds of this ancient path. Thank you for joining this journey along the Silk Road. May your dreams be filled with the magic of trade and connection, where every path leads to adventure. Sleep well. As the sun began to rise over the vast deserts, caravans of traders set out on the Silk Road, laden with goods. Each merchant carried precious items like spices, silk, and ceramics, eagerly traveling toward distant lands. These journeys were not merely transactions. They were stories waiting to unfold, filled with anticipation and wonder. Among these traders was a man named Zhang, who was renowned for his exquisite silk. He had traveled many miles, his heart set on reaching the great city of Samarkand, where he hoped to share his wares. As he journeyed, he marveled at the beauty of the surrounding landscape, each step echoing the stories of those who walked before him. Zhang's path led him through bustling markets where vibrant colors and enticing scents filled the air. The sound of laughter and the chatter of people created a symphony of life. Every stall displayed a wealth of treasures, fragrant spices, intricate pottery, and shimmering textiles, showcasing the diverse cultures along the route. As he set up his own stall, Zhang shared tales of his travels with eager listeners. Each story captivated the audience, drawing them into the magical world of the Silk Road. He spoke of distant lands and the wonders that awaited those who dared to venture forth, inspiring dreams of adventure in their hearts. Among the listeners was a young girl named Amina, her eyes wide with wonder. She listened intently, imagining herself traveling through mountains and deserts, meeting diverse peoples and learning their ways. The stories ignited her imagination, planting the seeds of a future filled with exploration and discovery. Zhang's silk quickly became the talk of the market, drawing visitors from near and far. People marveled at its softness and vibrant colors, each piece telling a story of its own. The silk, woven from the finest threads, became a symbol of elegance and luxury, cherished by all who touched it. As night fell, the market transformed under the soft glow of lanterns. The atmosphere became magical, with laughter echoing through the streets. Zhang and Amina shared stories beneath the starry sky, connecting with the world around them, their dreams intertwined like the fabrics of silk they cherished. The next day, Amina decided to join Zhang on his journey. She was eager to learn, to see, and to experience the wonders of the Silk Road firsthand. Together, they set out, forming a bond that would carry them through the challenges and joys of their travels. Two souls united by curiosity. As they traveled, they encountered towering mountains, vast plateaus, and serene rivers. Each landscape was more breathtaking than the last, offering a unique beauty that inspired awe. They paused to rest, allowing the tranquility of nature to seep into their souls, reminding them of the journey they were on. On one particular day, they came across a small village nestled among the hills. The villagers welcomed them with open arms, sharing their stories and traditions. Amina was enchanted by their hospitality, and she learned how each culture along the Silk Road added its unique thread to the tapestry of history. Zhang and Amina joined the villagers in their evening festivities, filled with music and dance. The air was alive with joy, and laughter echoed under the starlit sky. In that moment, they felt the unity of all those who traveled the Silk Road, becoming part of a larger story that had stretched across time and place. As their journey continued, Amina grew more confident in her abilities. She began to barter with traders, learning the art of negotiation. Each exchange taught her about the value of goods and the importance of relationships built on trust, essential lessons for anyone traversing the Silk Road. One day, they stumbled upon a caravan of camels laden with spices and precious gems. The sight was a reminder of the richness of trade along the Silk Road. Zhang spoke to Amina about the various goods that moved along the route, each item carrying its own history and journey. While resting by an oasis, they met a wise elderly traveler named Malik, who shared tales of his own adventures. He spoke of the challenges faced by those who traveled the Silk Road, from treacherous terrains to harsh weather. Yet it was the friendships formed along the way that made every difficulty worthwhile. Malik's stories inspired Amina even further, igniting a fire of wanderlust within her. She listened intently, her mind filled with visions of distant lands and exciting adventures yet to come. Each tale from Malik was a thread woven into her own dreams of future journeys on the Silk Road. As they continued their journey, the trio encountered various landscapes from lush valleys to arid deserts. Each setting brought new experiences and lessons, teaching them resilience and adaptability. Zhang often reminded Amina that every turn of the road had its purpose, guiding them toward their destination. Eventually, they reached a bustling city known for its magnificent architecture and vibrant culture. The scent of street food filled the air, and the sounds of merchants filled the streets. Amina's eyes widened in amazement as they explored the city, each corner revealing a new adventure. In this city, Amina had the chance to learn about various crafts. She watched artisans at work, their hands skilled and precise. Each piece they created was not just a product, but a story, a reflection of the culture and people behind it, highlighting the beauty of creativity along the Silk Road. As their journey continued through the Silk Road, Amina felt her heart expand with every experience. The friendships they had forged and the stories shared were like threads in a tapestry, creating a beautiful pattern of life. She realized that the Silk Road was more than a trade route. It was a pathway of dreams connecting countless souls. As night fell over the Silk Road, the stars twinkled brightly above, illuminating the path ahead. Amina and her companions set up camp, their hearts filled with stories yet to be shared. The flickering firelight danced against their faces, creating a cozy atmosphere for storytelling. Gathered around the fire, a seasoned trader named Rizwan began to recount tales of his adventures. He spoke of distant lands where spices and silk flowed like rivers, and of the vibrant markets bustling with life. Amina listened intently, captivated by the magic of his words. Rizwan described a particular city, Samarkand, known for its breathtaking architecture and diverse culture. The air was filled with the scent of saffron and the sound of laughter. As merchants bartered for precious goods, Amina could almost feel the vibrant energy of the place. In those markets, silk was the most coveted treasure. It shimmered under the sunlight, telling stories of the silkworms that spun it. Amina imagined the careful hands of artisans weaving patterns, each thread a part of a larger story connecting people across continents. As the fire crackled, Rizwan's stories continued, revealing tales of the great caravans that traversed the treacherous mountains. He spoke of the bravery required to cross the Pamirs, where icy winds howled and the paths were often hidden under snow. Amina felt a shiver run down her spine at the thought of those journeys. Yet she admired the resilience of those who traveled through such challenges, carrying dreams and goods on their backs. Their determination inspired her greatly. In his tales, Rizwan spoke of the friendships forged along the way. He described how traders from different cultures shared not only goods but also laughter and knowledge, creating bonds that spanned across borders. Amina smiled at the thought of unity through diversity. As the night deepened, Amina found herself reflecting on the journey they had undertaken. The Silk Road was not merely a path for trade, it was a living tapestry of interconnected lives. Each story added a vibrant thread, weaving a richer narrative. With the fire dwindling, the companions decided to share their own stories. One by one, they recounted their backgrounds, revealing where they came from and what had brought them to the Silk Road. The air was filled with warmth and connection. Amina spoke of her village, nestled between lush green hills where the rivers sang as they flowed. She shared her dreams of exploring the world beyond, fostering curiosity and wonder in her companions' hearts. Their eyes sparkled with excitement. As dawn approached, the horizon began to lighten, casting a soft glow over the landscape. Amina felt a sense of peace wash over her, knowing that each new day brought fresh opportunities. The Silk Road was alive, and their adventures were just beginning. The group packed their belongings, preparing for the next leg of their journey. Amina glanced around at her friends, feeling grateful for the connections they had made. Each person was a thread in her own tapestry of life, adding richness and diversity. As they set off, the paths ahead seemed endless. Amina could hear the soft crunch of gravel beneath their feet and the gentle rustle of leaves in the breeze. Every sound was a reminder of the adventures that lay in wait. They traveled through lush valleys dotted with wildflowers, their vibrant colors waving like flags in the wind. Amina marveled at the beauty surrounding her, feeling as if nature itself was celebrating their journey. Along the way, they encountered friendly villagers who welcomed them with open arms. The villagers shared food and stories, adding to the rich tapestry of their journey. Amina savored the warmth of their hospitality, feeling a deep sense of belonging. As they continued, Amina and her friends discovered ancient ruins that whispered tales of civilizations long past. The crumbling stones held secrets of those who had walked the path before them, and Amina felt a deep connection to the history that surrounded her. Rizwan shared stories about the great empires that flourished along the Silk Road, from the mighty Persians to the inventive Chinese. Each empire contributed its own unique flavor to the rich cultural exchange that defined this ancient route. Amina listened closely, her imagination taking flight. She envisioned bustling workshops where artisans crafted exquisite goods, each piece telling a story of its own. The creativity of the people along the Silk Road sparked her own artistic spirit. As they paused to rest by a gentle stream, Amina reflected on the interconnectedness of all things. The water flowed steadily, nourishing the land and its people, just like the stories and goods exchanged along the Silk Road. And so, as Amina and her friends continued their voyage, they carried with them not only the goods they traded, but also the memories and friendships that enriched their lives. Each step along the Silk Road was a step toward understanding and unity, weaving a narrative that would last forever. As the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple, Amina and her friends found themselves in a bustling market. The sounds of laughter and chatter filled the air, blending with the enticing scents of spices and incense that wafted through the stalls. They wandered from stall to stall, captivated by the intricate goods on display. Beautifully woven silk from China, fragrant spices from India, and exquisite pottery from Persia seemed to tell their own stories of distant lands. Amina's heart raced with excitement as she marveled at the craftsmanship. Each item represented not just a product, but the journey it had taken. Thousands of miles across mountains and deserts, through the hands of many traders. In one corner, an old merchant shared tales of his travels along the Silk Road. His stories came alive with the adventures he encountered, from fierce storms to welcoming villages, each moment etched in his memory. As the friends listened, they imagined the vast landscapes he spoke of, the towering mountains, the endless deserts, and the lush valleys. Each destination was a piece of a grand puzzle that connected them all. The merchant's tales ignited Amina's desire for exploration. She dreamt of visiting the cities he described, each with their unique cultures and traditions. The excitement of discovery filled her heart with warmth. As night fell, the market began to quiet down. The skies sparkled with stars, and the air was cool and refreshing. Amina and her friends decided to find a place to rest, their minds buzzing with new ideas. They settled in a cozy inn, the walls adorned with tapestries that told stories of past travelers. Amina felt a sense of belonging in this space, surrounded by the history of those who had walked the same path before her. As they prepared for sleep, Amina's mind wandered back to the merchant's words. She pondered the importance of trade, not just for goods, but for ideas, art, and cultural practices that transcended borders. With the soft sounds of the night cradling them, Amina drifted off to sleep. She envisioned herself walking along the Silk Road, friendly faces greeting her as she passed through vibrant villages. In her dream, Amina found herself in the heart of a bustling city, where merchants from all corners of the world exchanged their wares. The colors and sounds enveloped her, a symphony of trade and culture. Each stall she visited was a treasure trove of stories waiting to be uncovered. She spoke with a silk weaver whose fingers danced over the loom, creating intricate designs that whispered tales of ancient traditions. There, Amina learned about the meticulous process of creating silk, from the silkworms to the final product. Every thread was a connection to history, woven with love and care. As she journeyed through the city, Amina encountered spices that danced in the air, their aroma telling stories of far-off lands. She spoke with a spice merchant who shared the secrets of his recipes, passed down through generations. Amina felt a deep appreciation for the intertwining of cultures that the Silk Road facilitated. It was as if each item held a piece of someone's heart, a glimpse into lives lived far away. With her heart full of stories, Amina ventured further into the city. She passed by artisans painting intricate designs, their brushes moving fluidly as they created beautiful artwork inspired by their surroundings. Her senses awakened, Amina joined a gathering of people sharing their stories. Each person brought something unique, a tale from home, a song from childhood, or a recipe that had been cherished. Amina listened intently, realizing that these shared moments were the true treasures of the Silk Road. It was about more than trade, it was about human connection, understanding, and mutual respect. As dawn approached, casting a soft glow over the city, Amina awoke from her dream. Though it had faded, the feelings remained. An urge to learn, share, and connect with the world around her. Stepping outside, the world felt fresh and alive. Amina could hear the sounds of merchants setting up their stalls, the laughter of children playing, and the distant call to prayer summoning the faithful. Amina and her friends eagerly joined the bustling scene, ready to embrace another day of discovery. They knew that every corner of the Silk Road held the potential for new experiences and friendships. The day was filled with exploration, laughter, and learning. They visited a nearby oasis where they were welcomed by friendly locals who shared their history and hospitality with open arms. Amina tasted delicious fruits and refreshing drinks, feeling invigorated by the generosity of the people they met. Each sip and bite was a reminder of the bonds formed through shared nourishment. After resting, they continued their journey, trekking through beautiful landscapes that shifted from golden sand dunes to lush green valleys. Each step brought them closer to the heart of the Silk Road. As they walked, they encountered travelers from various backgrounds, all sharing their stories and experiences. Amina realized how interconnected their lives were, despite their differences. Their path led them to a grand caravan laden with goods from distant lands. The sight inspired wonder in Amina, reminding her of the vastness of the world and the adventures that awaited. Amina and her friends joined the caravan, sharing in the camaraderie and excitement of embarking on a shared journey. Together, they moved towards their next destination, filled with anticipation. As the caravan made its way through the beautiful landscape, Amina marveled at the unique flora and fauna surrounding them. Each moment was a reminder of the beauty and diversity of the world. One evening, under a blanket of stars, they shared stories around a campfire. Amina listened as her friends recounted their dreams and aspirations, creating a tapestry of hopes for the future. As the flames flickered, Amina reflected on her own dreams. She envisioned a world where people from different cultures could come together, sharing not only goods but also understanding and joy. With dawn's light breaking, the caravan resumed its journey. Amina felt a renewed sense of purpose, knowing that these moments of connection were crucial in shaping the future. They approached a majestic city, its walls rising high against the sky. Amina felt her heart race as they drew closer, anticipating the treasures that awaited them within. Inside the city, they were welcomed with open arms. Merchants displayed their finest goods, and the air was filled with the sounds of barter, the heartbeat of trade. Amina and her friends explored every corner, marveling at the intricate designs and vibrant colors of textiles, pottery, and art. Each piece told a story of the craftsman's dedication. They stumbled upon an art gallery showcasing stunning paintings that depicted life along the Silk Road. Amina felt a deep connection to the artists, as if their souls were intertwined through their work. During their exploration, they discovered a hidden courtyard filled with blooming flowers. The colors and scents enveloped them, creating a moment of serenity amidst the city's hustle. Amina sat among the flowers, reflecting on the journey so far. She realized that the Silk Road was more than a path for trade. It was a bridge connecting dreams, ideas, and hearts. As she rejoined her friends, they shared their thoughts and dreams, forming a bond stronger than ever. They felt like family, united by their experiences along the Silk Road. Their next stop was a tea house known for its soothing brews. Amina felt the warmth of the teacup in her hands, and with each sip, she savored the flavors that danced on her palate. In the tea house, the locals shared stories of their ancestors who had traveled the Silk Road. Amina listened intently, feeling honored to be part of such a rich tapestry of history. As they left the tea house, Amina felt inspired to weave her own story into the fabric of the Silk Road. She longed to create connections, just as those before her had. With their hearts full of hope, they ventured onward through the city. Each step felt lighter, filled with the promise of new experiences and friendships waiting to be discovered. As twilight approached, they found a scenic viewpoint overlooking the city. The setting sun cast a golden glow, and they marveled at how far they had come together. Amina expressed her gratitude for the friendships formed and the wisdom gained. She understood that the experiences along the Silk Road were a treasure that would last a lifetime. With their hearts intertwined, they descended from the viewpoint, ready to embrace whatever lay ahead. Each moment was a chance to learn, grow, and create memories that would linger long after their journey ended. As they walked hand in hand down the winding path, the sun dipped low, casting a golden glow over the desert. The soft sands whispered tales of the travelers who came before them. Each grain held a memory, a story waiting to unfold in the gentle breeze. The air was fragrant with spices from distant lands, enticing their senses. They could almost taste the sweetness of saffron and the warmth of cardamom, lingering like dreams that beckon them forward on their quest. Each aroma was a reminder of the diverse cultures along the route. As night enveloped the desert, the stars began to twinkle like diamonds scattered across black velvet. They found a quiet spot under a vast sky where history felt alive in the shimmering constellations. The stories of traders and explorers danced among the stars, connecting past and present. With a gentle breeze on their faces, they shared tales of their journeys, their hearts full of hopes and dreams. Each story added a new layer to their bond, weaving together their experiences like a rich tapestry. They knew these moments would last a lifetime. The next day, they resumed their journey, filled with excitement for the adventures ahead. They passed through bustling caravanserais where traders exchanged goods and laughter. The vibrant energy of commerce and camaraderie could be felt in the very air they breathed. In every town, they encountered artisans whose skill and creativity brought objects to life. From silk woven with tales of emperors to pottery adorned with intricate designs, each piece was a testament to the thriving culture that flourished along the Silk Road. Among the vibrant stalls, they discovered a hidden gem, a marketplace filled with storytellers. Each tale spun by these master narrators was a window into the past, revealing legends of love, courage, and adventure. The travelers listened with rapt attention, enchanted by each word. As the sun began to set once more, they found a quiet hill overlooking the marketplace. The vibrant colors of the sunset painted the sky and warmth of their experiences. They felt grateful for the moments shared and the lessons learned along this path of dreams. Their journey continued through vast landscapes, majestic mountains, lush valleys, and shimmering rivers. Each new vista felt like a page turning in a grand book of adventure. They embraced the beauty of the world, allowing it to fill their hearts with peace. Reaching a serene oasis, They paused to rest and reflect. The gentle sounds of flowing water and rustling leaves created a soothing symphony. Here, they shared their dreams for the future, planting seeds of hope that would grow like the palm trees surrounding them. As they departed the oasis, they carried with them the spirit of the Silk Road, a path not just for trade, but for connection and understanding. With every step, they honored the countless souls who traveled this route before them, leaving behind a legacy of culture and collaboration. The travelers soon approached a grand city, its walls standing tall against the horizon. This bustling center of trade was a melting pot of cultures, where East met West. They felt a sense of anticipation, eager to discover the treasures it held within. Inside the city, they explored the vibrant bazaars, each stall a treasure chest filled with goods from far-off lands. Here, they encountered merchants who shared tales of their wares, each story adding depth to the items they sold. Merchants were eager to connect and share. In an unexpected turn, they stumbled upon a gathering of musicians, their melodies weaving a tapestry of sound that echoed through the streets. The rhythm and joy enveloped them, inviting them to dance and celebrate the unity of cultures that the Silk Road fostered. As night fell, lanterns illuminated the streets, casting a warm glow over the festivities. Laughter filled the air, blending with the sounds of celebration. The travelers found themselves swept into the joyous spirit of the city, their hearts dancing in rhythm with the crowd. In the heart of the city, they discovered an ancient library, its walls lined with scrolls containing the wisdom of generations. They wandered through the aisles, absorbing knowledge that transcended time, a reminder of the importance of preserving stories for future travelers. As they sat beneath a grand tree in the library courtyard, they reflected on the wisdom they had gathered. Each scroll was a voice from the past, guiding their journey forward. They felt a deep sense of connection to those who had come before. With renewed purpose, they prepared to continue their journey, their hearts filled with gratitude for the knowledge shared. They stepped back into the vibrant streets, ready to embrace whatever lay ahead, knowing that each moment was a chance to grow. The path soon led them to the edge of the city, where the mountains loomed in the distance. The travelers took a deep breath, feeling both excitement and trepidation. The ascent would be challenging, but they were emboldened by the support they found in each other. As they began their ascent, the air grew cooler and the landscape transformed. Towering peaks offered breathtaking views that took their breath away, reminding them of the beauty found in challenges. Each step felt lighter, fueled by the awe of their surroundings. After a long day of climbing, they reached a tranquil mountain pass where they decided to rest for the night. The stars twinkled above, and the sound of a distant stream provided a calming soundtrack to their surroundings. They felt at peace, cradled by nature. As they sat by the stream, they shared their dreams once more, envisioning the future and the paths they would take. Their aspirations intertwined like the flowing water, a beautiful representation of their shared journey. They dreamed of the places they would go and the experiences yet to come. With dawn breaking the next day, they awoke to a world painted in shades of gold and lavender. The mountain peaks glowed softly, inviting them to continue their journey. They felt rejuvenated and ready to embrace the adventures that lay ahead. As they descended from the mountains, the landscape shifted once more, revealing sweeping valleys and endless fields. The vast expanse felt like a canvas waiting to be filled with their memories. They walked hand in hand, savoring each moment of beauty around them. The travelers found themselves in a village renowned for its artisans, where the air was filled with the sounds of creativity. Potters molded clay, weavers spun vibrant fabrics, and painters brought their visions to life. They marveled at the artistry that surrounded them, inspired to create their own. In the heart of the village, they encountered a wise old woman known for her storytelling. She welcomed them with open arms, sharing tales of the road and the lessons learned from countless travelers. Her voice was like a soothing balm, wrapping them in comfort and warmth. As the sun began to set, they gathered with the villagers around a large bonfire. The flames danced, casting flickering shadows on their faces. Together, they shared laughter and stories, uniting in the spirit of community that the Silk Road fostered throughout the ages. With the warmth of the bonfire engulfing them, the travelers felt a deep sense of belonging. They realized that regardless of where they came from, their hearts beat in harmony with those around them. The Silk Road had become a bridge, connecting souls across cultures. As the night deepened, they exchanged tokens of friendship with the villagers, symbols of the bonds forged along the journey. Each item carried a story, a reflection of their time together. They promised to carry these treasures in their hearts, no matter where their paths led them. Embracing the spirit of the Silk Road, they bid farewell to the village, their hearts full of cherished memories. With gratitude, they stepped back onto the path, knowing each encounter enriched their journey. The road ahead was bright, filled with endless possibilities. As they continued, the landscape began to shift once again, revealing a stretch of lush greenery and vibrant flowers. The air was fresh and invigorating, wrapping around them like a gentle hug. Every step felt like a celebration of life and discovery. In this enchanting place, they stumbled upon a gathering of local farmers, sharing stories of their harvests. The camaraderie among them was palpable, a reminder of the cycles of life and the importance of community. The travelers listened intently, inspired by their resilience. Feeling inspired, they decided to lend a hand, helping with the harvest. The laughter and joy that filled the air made their hearts swell with happiness. It was a beautiful reminder that connection often comes through shared effort and kindness. As the sun began to set, they gathered around a communal feast where the fruits of their labor were shared. The food was a celebration of flavors, and the conversations were rich with laughter and camaraderie. They felt deeply connected to the land and the people. Under the stars, they reflected on the journey so far, realizing how each experience had left an indelible mark on their hearts. They spoke of dreams and ambitions, each word echoing the hopes they carried with them. The Silk Road had transformed from a path of trade to a journey of the soul. The following day, they finally neared the end of their journey along the Silk Road. The horizon was dotted with the silhouettes of distant cities, each holding new stories to tell. They felt a bittersweet mix of excitement and nostalgia, knowing that every ending brings a new beginning. As they entered the final city, they were welcomed by the sounds of celebration, where traders showcased their finest goods. The atmosphere was alive with energy and vibrancy, a fitting conclusion to their incredible adventure. They felt the culmination of all they had learned and experienced. In the heart of the city, they found a grand festival celebrating the spirit of the Silk Road. Music filled the air and dancers moved gracefully, embodying the cultures they had encountered. The travelers felt as if they were part of a beautiful tapestry woven from diverse threads. As they mingled with the crowd, they exchanged stories with fellow travelers and locals alike. Laughter echoed, and friendships blossomed in this vibrant atmosphere. Each moment felt like a celebration of unity in their shared humanity, a reminder of the connections forged along the way. As the festival began to wind down, they gathered near the edge of the city, overlooking the horizon where their journey had begun. The setting sun cast a beautiful light on the landscape, illuminating the memories they would cherish forever. With each sunset, they knew it was time to reflect on the journey they had taken. They felt grateful for the paths they traveled, the lessons learned, and the friendships formed along the way. The Silk Road was not just a physical path, but a journey of the heart and spirit. As the stars began to twinkle once more, they whispered their hopes for the future. With the spirit of the Silk Road in their hearts, they felt ready to embrace whatever lay ahead. Each star was a reminder that their journey would continue wherever it may lead. With a deep breath, they turned away from the city, feeling invigorated and inspired. Their hearts were filled with the stories of countless souls they had encountered, a mosaic of experiences that shaped their journey. The Silk Road would always be a part of them. As they traveled onward, the path ahead was filled with promise. They knew the world was vast, yet they felt grounded by the connections they had made. The Silk Road had taught them that every journey begins with a single step, and every step has the power to change lives. As the journey along the Silk Road came to an end, they carried the essence of adventure within them. Each memory, each lesson, and each friendship would forever illuminate their path. As they drifted off to sleep, they felt the calming embrace of dreams, ready to explore new horizons.